Hey, everybody, before we get into the show, I just want to tell you I'm going to be in Long Island June 6th and June 7th at Governor's Comedy Club. Please come out to those shows. It would be very nice to have my own people, in the audience instead of having to perform for people that look like they're my mom's friends who do not like me and compliment the feature because he's older and say, you should have been the guy. Tickets now at punchup.live/Brendan Sagalow.
The Rap Jack Black and Sagdaddy, I'm back at it with a fantastic podcast for your asses. Yapping in a trap like a rescue cat, and the rescued up like they're waiting on the Batman. You tuned into the dude who threw booze back, blacked out, woke up drunk, covered in bruises. It's Sagdaddy the pod, an odd fellow, the great white chubby, I'm becoming a marshmallow. It's Sagdaddy the pod, so sit back and relax, cause like a broken arm, I got a cast now. It's Sagdaddy the pod, you made a good choice, so enjoy, don't be annoyed, now here's my dumb voice.
And also, we don't do a thing with this podcast where we go, and sitting here with me now. So we just pick up the microphones.
Listen, you don't have to
and
explain
just
it.
start talking.
I love you're not even wearing shoes. That's great.
Bamba socks.
Bamba?
Bamba. Did you hear about Bamba? So Bamba socks, they're socks from Bamba, but I like saying Bamba socks. They're socks that once you buy them, they're free for the rest of your life. So you can just hit up Bamba and go, hey, I ripped them or they're lost or something, and they'll send you free ones.
The first pair is $1,000.
I don't know. My fucking mom bought them for me.
Oh,
Boop, 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 for Christmas.
nice.
I got a bunch of Christmas gifts.
You got a lot of, you got your bragging.
Yeah. Do you still do Christmas and stuff like that? Are we going?
We're going.
Okay.
Do I do Christmas?
Well, you don't have to answer that if you don't want it on. If you don't want it on wax, you go. Actually, take that out.
Okay.
You go. Yeah.
I don't care.
Do you do Christmas?
I do Christmas.
But do you do it with your family?
I do with my family because they're old. So I haven't really spent
Interesting.
Christmas with my boyfriend in 9
yeah.
years. We've been together 9 years, and I
Wow.
think we've had Christmas together once.
Wow.
Because we'll meet like post-Christmas, like the 26th. We'll like go to
Christmas
Disney
is
World
my
or something.
shit. I
Is it?
love Christmas. Christmas
It's
is a
okay.
month-long thing. You don't like what's your favorite holiday?
Oh God.
You're
I
a
just feel like
Grinch.
I'm still triggered by childhood for Christmas. Like it's just so exciting when you're a kid.
Yeah.
It-
Well, yeah.
But
yeah.
my favorite
You're never gonna get that again. There's never gonna be the excitement of Christmas.
no.
But you can create your own excitement. You know, you go, Christmas is coming. I can watch a ton of movies with
Yeah.
my boyfriend or whatever.
No, I like it for the other reasons. I don't like it for the tree or the gifts. I like it
love
for
setting
my
up the
sister
tree.
and the eggnog
Oh
and
yeah.
the TV, watching TV.
I love
Yeah.
eggnog, but I drank too much of it when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I forgot that it's milk too. So like
Uh-oh.
I would drink so much of it during Christmas time, and then I would wake up in the middle of the night and it would I wouldn't even correlate the two. I would go, oh, my stomach hurts. And one time my stomach hurt so bad that I told my mom, I was like, my stomach's been hurting. Little did she know I'm pounding eggnogs like right before I go to bed. And I'm like, my stomach hurts. So we went to a fucking doctor and I didn't even tell him. He was like, oh, I've never heard of this. Your stomach is just hurting.
What kind of doctor?
And they made me I fasted for the day and then I drank a bunch of this white. It's hilarious that it wasn't eggnog, but this like
It was
white
more eggnog.
Yeah. Like, here,
It was
try
a different
this.
brand.
Yeah. But I drank a cup of this white, like chalky but liquidy shit that so when you do an x-ray on your stomach, they can like see all the stuff.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
was absolutely disgusting.
So what was it, gas?
It was just I was
Eggnog.
putting too much dairy in my stomach and I was having having diarrhea, not to get
Yeah.
too, you know.
Well, I can top that. Are you
Okay.
ready? You
Okay.
ready? About a month ago, I was on the Amtrak train to DC and I
Mm.
had a lot of stomach pain. By the time I got off, I had to go to the emergency room.
What?
And they kept me there for 3 days.
Jesus Christ.
I had colitis with sepsis criteria, which means like the infection is almost in your blood.
Oh my God.
And I had to stay there. Yeah, and I lost like 10 pounds.
Okay.
And I had
Okay.
Here comes the good part.
I love when you lose weight when you're sick.
And yeah, it was all like like you said, stomach pain,
Yeah.
morphine, amazing.
Oh, great.
Morphine's
great.
amazing. Percocet, not good.
Were you doing a gig? Like,
no, I was going to see my parents.
They live out in
Virginia, in DC.
Oh, I for some reason thought that you had family in like Spain or something.
My sister lives there.
Right,
my aunts and uncles and all. Everybody lives there except for my parents.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
So
and then you spent. Was it for a holiday or you're just visiting them?
Just visiting them.
Jesus fucking Christ!
And
3 days in the hospital. The fucking vein thing in your
with
vein.
2 IVs. Yeah.
I hate that. I
like,
hate it.
Nasty
I hate it.
stuff coming out. I'm not going to tell you about it.
Ugh.
But yeah. But here I am.
Did they like force poop out of you?
They tried
somehow?
to force poop, but they fast you for 3 days. Like you can't eat. So
You
I'm
know,
like, how can I
sometimes
poop?
I watch those videos of the farmers that put gloves on and then they put their hand in a cow's butt and they pull poop out. And I go, that looks so nice to be the cow.
You could just get a suppository.
No, I want someone to go full fucking arm in my asshole and pull the poop out.
Have you told your girlfriend?
And pull the poop out. I don't think she's not into that. Thank God. I mean, sincerely, we've been together a year and a half, I'd say. I haven't farted in front of her. I found ways to fart in front of her without her hearing it. I mean, hopefully she's not smelling it or anything like that.
Well, it's because you stopped the eggnog.
Well, I've been doing this. I've been going, I'll just sing something loud when I have to fart and I'll go, la-di-da, la-di-da. And I'm doing that, I'm farting.
I love you guys think you're so clever because my boyfriend does that. But
really?
Singing is better. He just goes, ahem. And it always sounds like this. Ahem.
He goes,
like he misses it.
That's so funny.
Have you ever farted?
Tell him to
Wait
sing.
till 9 years.
Yeah.
He sang in his sleep once, I'll tell you. But have you ever sat when you spend more time with your girlfriend, like after 5 years?
Yeah.
You'll start farting in like public in front of her, and the couch actually vibrates. It's really weird.
That's great.
I'm not kidding. And then he'll go, ahem, and I go, I felt the earth quake. Like it's like, oh.
I mean, we went out. We went to go visit my dad in Florida, and my dad was like, "Let's go to Universal." And we were driving, and he was farting the entire way. And after, she was like, "Oh, I could smell those farts," which is kind of more embarrassing to me.
It's so embarrassing
because you smell my dad's farts. That's so embarrassing.
That's so
I'm trying to be cool. Yeah, it's so personal.
Like
and
she
his
doesn't
farts
even
are
know your
bad.
fart smell. She knows your dad's smell.
She probably knows my fart smell. I mean, how do you not? How am I? I can't hide it that long.
Yeah.
But we're just not there, and I don't think we'll ever be there which is perfect. Because I don't like these couples that like pee or poop when someone else is in the bathroom brushing their teeth.
No, you have to have boundaries.
You need something for the spark. You need to keep that spark alive.
Yeah.
That's
so
that sexy spark.
if someone's gonna pull the poo out of your ass,
oh yes, let's
don't
go
let
back
it be
to
your
this.
girlfriend because of the boundaries.
She does not like poop, so she wouldn't be into that. But it does feel like it would be like,
Well, I used to babysit, and I remember when I was 16 and the baby was constipated, the mother stuck her fingers in there to pull the poo out.
Oh my goodness.
And I thought it was that face.
That's
I was like,
crazy.
Yeah.
You're immediately going to make that kid grow up with some issues. Some issues.
I should ask. They're older now.
Yeah, but I want to ask because I'm dealing with fucking neighbor shit.
Oh, yes,
but
please.
We'll talk about that after. I want to hear what
Okay.
you're going through because we're both going through neighbor shit.
Lots of neighbor shit. I love my neighbors.
And you don't even have a therapist right now.
No. But so far, I when you need one.
I need one every fucking week.
I know, but when I did, not to brag, but I did ayahuasca, and I feel like that's a cleanse.
Okay.
Like it's a lot of demons getting out. So right now I still feel
Interesting.
fresh.
Where did you do ayahuasca?
In Peru. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like when you get rid of it, like it'll start to back up again.
Who'd you do it with?
Myself.
You just did it alone?
Oh no, I
Did
went
you have
down
a shaman?
there. Oh no, I had a shaman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa.
But I feel what I'm trying to say. I did have a therapist for a while, and then
Have you talked about this Peru thing too much? Because it feels like we're not talking about it, and
I've done it already.
Very interested.
Oh, you are?
Okay. Well, send me whatever you've talked about on
I'll
it.
tell you. I'll tell you.
No. I don't want you to play the hits. You know what I mean? I just listened to an interview with Tom DeLonge where he said he doesn't like playing the hits, and I was like, oh God, that's gonna ruin it every time I see them.
You're gonna get fresh stuff.
Okay,
fresh
yeah. I want fresh stuff. I want to know why you're not going to your therapist.
Okay.
So you did.
I'll tell you about the neighbors.
Yeah.
Okay. So I love my neighbors. They're great.
Okay.
Both sides, right?
Yeah.
There's someone over here. But I've noticed lately, and my boyfriend has noticed that the Amazon packages have been missing, and sometimes our neighbors get them.
Okay.
And lately they haven't been getting them. And I asked one of them, did you get the big one that I ordered? And he said no. And he has a camera. And this little bitch.
Whoa.
We caught her on camera. I'm calling her a neighbor. She's part of my neighbor story because she runs around the area with her grocery cart.
Oh, so she's crazy.
She's crazy, yeah. But still.
Oh, okay.
She deserves.
Does she live in your building?
No. Our building is very small.
Oh,
No. She lives in the neighborhood. Anyway, she had her grocery cart. She pulled it up. She grabbed my 2 packages. One was this big. It was a trampoline. I was so excited. Everyone's like, "You need to rebound." I'm going to post this on Instagram.
That's hilarious.
Walking like this with the box.
That's great.
She stole 2. She stole my trampoline and my crock pot.
What's she going to do with any of this stuff? You know it's going in, wherever she lives, it's going to be going in a pile of hoarded stuff where she has to open her door like, you know?
Or she's jumping on it with my crock pot. I'm going to take a video of my new trampoline that Amazon got me for free and my crock pot, and I'm going to bounce it and I'm going to fucking post it with her video. And you know what she did? She opened the boxes in front of my place, threw the box, it hit a car, and then took the 2 things and walked away.
Is this from Amazon and stuff, though? Hit a car. That's fucking hilarious.
No, I was like, you fucking hit that car with the box, you stupid bitch. At least take the box.
Yes.
And then
I love the heat.
Put them in her grocery cart and left. And I called Livid. I called Amazon, immediately replaced.
Yeah.
But it still pisses me off.
Yeah, because you want it on the certain time, and it's also the disrespect of someone stealing your shit
and opening it in front of my house. Like, run off to the corner and do it.
You live in a building?
I live in a duplex.
Oh, so it's like a house.
It's like you live on the top. I live on the top.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Wow. And someone just fucking walked up. And your downstairs neighbor has a Ring camera?
There's no, my next door neighbor, my downstairs neighbor was my landlord, but he died. Oh. So now there's no one.
Whoa.
And
Who do you pay money to?
No one used to fuck with my landlord because he was always looking and watching out for the psychos.
Right. And now
it's
free range. It's like when Scar took over Pride Rock. In a way.
What the fuck is that?
In a way. The Lion King.
Who's Scar? Oh, yeah, Scar.
Who's Scar?
I thought it was like a comic book.
The disrespect.
It sounds like a comic book.
The disrespect of Scar.
Anyway, I was really pissed. So now I jump with anger on
Aladdin?
my trampoline. I jump with anger.
That's great. Maybe she was helping you. Maybe she was like, maybe it was a different kind of like a gym trainer kind of thing. She goes, I focus on anger. So that's a good way to, if I was a trainer, I would
You'd make a great therapist.
But that sucks because during that time, I would need a therapist. I would need to be like, what do I do?
But you don't. Once you start jumping, I'm telling you, it all goes away.
Where do you think I can fit a fucking trampoline in here?
I have the same apartment you do.
You do?
Pretty much. The ceiling, you can do it. You just have to fold it and move it. But this is what pissed me off. She was wearing a hat and a COVID in a mask. And
so you can't even tell who she is.
And I'm like, come on, lady.
Do you see her a lot though?
She's been around. I'm still looking.
You're gonna call her out?
I'm gonna do something. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I would get I would get agita at the thought of calling somebody out, even if they are crazy. And I need to get better at that,
because you're right, because I could get killed. But you know what I was gonna do? This was my first instinct. Put the box back, take a shit in it. Well, first bring the box in, take a shit, put it back and just wait.
Yeah. That's great.
Because if she opens it in front of my
She's
house,
and then
she'll
you'll have
see
it on camera.
Plus, after colitis, my shit stink. I'll just drink eggnog.
Right. Get the eggnog.
I'll get it from you.
Yeah, I have a bunch of it in the fridge. Because I'm a masochist. No, but fuck, I had an idea. Oh, you can go to a website that they'll send animal shit wherever you want. Yeah. Any kind of animal shit that you want. They somehow have it.
Like giraffe shit.
Yes. I think. I mean, I could be making this up. I'm getting excited about it.
I
so
feel
I'm
like
just
you're making this up.
But I think there's stuff like you can get like dog shit or cat shit or like.
But just go down the street in the park.
I can get cat shit right here.
Yeah.
I got cat shit right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my idea.
I would need a therapist for that.
Yeah.
Because I would need to ask an old man what to do. I would go, what do
versus
I do?
a woman.
Well, I go to an old man.
Yeah.
Versus a woman.
Yeah.
So quick. You guys are all
versus
the fucking
a woman?
same. You guys are all the fucking same.
I know, God.
You just find a way.
Yeah.
You know that joke? What's that riddle? There's a riddle that's like a family is in an accident and
you
like
can't pick your family?
Who's the doctor? And something like that.
Yes.
And it's like,
and it's
nobody,
yes.
and they go, I don't know. And you go, it's the mom. Moms can be
but
doctors
you know what? Yes,
as well.
But
that is crazy.
That is crazy because 20 years ago,
yeah,
that actually worked. You were like, who is it?
Yeah.
It's not the stepfather. Is it the uncle? Like,
well, we're still adjusting to time. You know what I mean? So 20 years ago was 2000.
Right.
And 2000 and a couple of years before that, women didn't really have the right to do anything. So we're adjusting. We're kind of adjusting. And
we
it's
just
still
started
going.
getting
now
female doctors. Now it's okay.
Now you could be doctors. Now people are like, the mom? You go, ugh. Like you're mad at how progressive society has because the whole joke is gone.
But even like talking to someone and they're like, well, what my doctor said was I should do more squats. And you're like, well, he's right. No, it's a woman. Like you just go there. And you say he.
Well, I don't go to a woman therapist. Not like I wouldn't. I did when I was younger. I went when I was like 14.
Yeah.
And she was nice, but like I don't know, she was a little weird.
Do you go to the one that everyone goes to? You don't have to answer. Okay, I love him.
I go to Alan. He's great.
He's the best.
Yeah, he's awesome. I've been going to him for like 6-7 years.
Yeah.
And he's just he just gets it, which is cool. And also at one point I'm going, when I get like in a bad place, it seems like somehow the algorithm knows and will start sending me these comments that are like so specifically mean and things that I think about myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, and I just get in there and I'm like, God, these fucking comments, man. But he's like, stop looking at the comments. I'm like, it's hard. And I go, you must hear about this all the time. And he goes, every single one. And I was like, oh. And anytime I get a comment that I'm like, I go, I just hear every single one. And I go, I'm not going to be that guy. Fuck that. I don't
When you have a good therapist, though, you do go like, what would Alan say?
Exactly.
Like I had a really good woman for a long time.
Okay.
And I always do the what would Jesus do, but I put her name in there.
Well, that's kind of what therapy is. Therapy is you're brainwashing yourself to when they die, you see them as a ghost being like, don't do that. Well, or sometimes I'll have a situation where I go, what would Alan say to do or whatever? What would and then I'll do it and I'll bring it back to him and he'll be like, well, I don't agree with that at all. And I'm like, what?
You have to do this thing, though. Sometimes he goes like this.
Did you go to him for a while?
Yes, on and off. Yeah. And I always look at the lobby because I want to see if I know the person.
Yeah.
And I've been told, like, don't look. They want to be private,
Of course.
And I'll see people with, like, a baseball cap, and I'm like, is that someone famous?
That's hilarious. I used to go, when his old office, my time slot was right before me was a comic that I know that has a very well-known laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, I could even say it was Stavros.
Okay.
Right? Because he says he goes to, and I would hear him laughing with Alan in the therapist. And I'm bringing like sad shit that day. And I'm like, great. I'm going to be a fucking bummer. Because I hear through the wall like,
yes.
like them having the best time. I've heard he's cried for some people. He's never cried for me at all.
He's cried, really?
Yeah, he's cried for people. Like people have made him cry by telling them stories, and he'll cry and stuff. And I'm like, he
Wow.
does not cry for me.
I
Don't cry for
wonder.
me, Alan. I'm already
Don't cry
dead.
for me, Alanito. Oh my God, that's so funny. Stavros.
I hear Stavros's laugh,
Oh
and I'm
my
like,
God.
oh my goodness.
That's like following a really good comic, and you're
Yeah.
like getting you're like crickets. And
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to be that good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like he might as well have opened the door like, okay, see you next week, and then see me and be like, come on in. I'm like, my dad doesn't call me as much as I'd like him to. He goes, just tell him to call you.
I love
Shit
when
like
it's that
where it's like just
blunt.
obvious,
It's that
like
bold.
tell him to call you more. And I'm like, yeah, but it's hard. And he goes, yeah, life is hard. What are you gonna do? And I'm like, I'm like, have you heard the one about the? I'm trying to get him to laugh.
Everything is so bold. I love that.
Yeah, he's great with that.
Well, because I had a therapist who I loved, but I don't know if she's retired now. She just, I had her for years. And when I first started therapy in New York, I needed kind of a mother, sweet figure who would gently tell me things.
Yes.
But then as you get older and you get used to stuff,
yeah,
you need someone to just punch you in the face with information.
Yes.
And she was kind of not good at that.
Yeah. Well, like I would never want I thought I wanted that. I thought I wanted someone that was like, well, you know what's best, and well, you blah blah blah. You need someone to be like, tell them to go fuck themselves, and if they don't like it, they can suck your dick. And I'm like, yeah,
I don't have a dick though.
You go, well, the version that most fits you. It's
no, it's true.
He really is the best.
I'll get one. I mean,
it also gets you out of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gets me out of the house. I'm like, do a day, get some coffee. If I'm not, I'll be sitting here watching YouTube and just hating myself.
Do you journal?
I used to. I used to do all that self-medication shit, like, or whatever you want to call that, like self-care. I would journal. I would, meditate. I still pay for a meditation app every year.
Yeah.
Like I have a yearly thing, and I haven't gone to it.
I know. I hate that. I do. Which one do you do? Sam Harris?
No, I do Calm. The Calm one with whatever her name is. They got a bunch of them. I don't want to listen to Sam Harris because I don't want him to be like, and by the way, there's no free will. You're like, you go, well, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think are you a big Sam Harris guy?
I love his voice because it's soothing and it helps me fall asleep. I don't know if that's good as a compliment to him, but I love his voice.
Yeah.
But he does this thing which is really frustrated. He's like, I don't even know how he says it. It's not what you're looking at, or is it the looker? Are you looking at something, or is there something inside of you looking? I don't know how to say it, but he's basically saying there's nothing in your head. Like there's no one looking
at the things in your head.
There's no machine or brain here.
Right.
Look, I'm not looking at you through
You're fucking me up.
Yeah,
we gotta cancel the rest of the day. You're fucking me up. That's crazy. If I was laying in bed and then someone went, by the way, there are no eyes seeing the things in your brain. You're just seeing them through your brain. I'd just be up till 4 a.m. with that.
It's hard to understand.
It's a little hard to understand. Am I getting it wrong?
I don't know. No, I'm not explaining it right.
Oh.
It's not what you're looking. Is it what you're looking at, or are you the looker? I don't know. It's something like that.
Crazy. That's not even meditation. My meditation is like, today we're going to talk about anger.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
There are some people that, and they all have these little, you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar or shit like that. But that's not even what I believe. Like, Alan's always like, feel your fucking feelings. You're angry. Be angry.
Yeah.
You hate a guy. Hate him. Like, I had something where I'm like, I went to him, I'm like, I saw this comic on stage, and I was just like, every time I see this guy, I fucking hate this guy. I don't know what it's like.
Who is that?
I'm not. I'm actually over it. Like, we're actually cool now, which happens, so I'll tell you after.
Yeah, cool.
But I was watching, and I'm like, that's a fucking hack. Like, he's just doing what everybody's doing. Like, what the fuck is this? It just made me angry for everything, which is probably just inside of me. And I'm saying that to Alan. I'm like, but and then you do the thing where you go, but we're all fucking comedians, and we're all trying really hard, and there's a brotherhood and blah. And he goes, fuck that. He's like, fuck that. He's like, you hate somebody, hate them. Just feel that feeling. It might not last forever, And I'm like, okay, So I've just been.
Isn't it great how simple things are, though?
Yeah.
And he's got to do that like 9 hours a day
I know.
with the same. It's the
I
same
know.
thing coming out of his mouth. He
I
should
know.
just not be there and just put a sign up.
Yeah,
that says,
yeah,
just
yeah.
do it.
I'm just gonna record it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just do it.
Because it's the same for every comic. It's like we're going through the same shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just like stop. Just feel those feelings. Some signs that should come up. Because he is. Sometimes I'll look at him and he's like falling asleep.
No,
and stuff.
really?
Yeah, but we actually got a good thing this session that I was like, well, I'm gonna take this with me. I think where I was telling him I was like, I'm like. I was like, hey, gratitude lists and all that stuff. And I was going like, yeah, I'm like grateful for whatever I got in this business as I go forward, shit like that, where I'm like, oh, I'm playing the small rooms, but at least I'm playing the rooms. I'm grateful. And he's like, grateful. He's like, you worked for all that. He's like, what are you talking? What's great? Like, what God are you praying to that you think delivered all this stuff? Like, you worked for this. Like, appreciate it for you. Like. Be confident that you're like, I did this. What's to be grateful about? You know what I mean?
But then are you supposed to say I'm grateful and it makes you feel better, or you're not supposed to be grateful because it motivates you to work harder? Which one does he want?
My problem is I say I'm grateful to make me feel better if I'm not in a position or like if I'm like,
but that
if
really
I'm like,
works.
oh, my parents are mean to me, but I'm grateful that they're still in my life.
Yes.
And it's like, well, what do you mean? I don't know. He makes it sound better.
Yeah.
Who cares? Well, tell me about your neighbor because I got some neighbor shit.
Well, I did. I told you about my scary.
Well, listen to
she's
this.
not really my neighbor, but tell me your stuff.
Listen to this. So this is so these new guys moved in here. These two, and I'll tell you what, they're really testing my liberalness. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So there are these two. I think of Mexicano descent, some sort of Spanish.
Okay.
But not you Spanish.
Cuidado, señor.
They're like, it's okay, I sorry, I don't speak English. Shit like that.
Yeah.
So, we'll get to that. So, they move in. By the way, the people that used to live there, they were quiet, but they were like, they had a domestic violence thing. Oh, domestic violence. They had a domestic violence thing happen where I remember looking out the peephole and I saw a bunch of cops there. And then I saw the guy come out and he had like a tattered shirt with like blood coming down. And they arrested the wife. And she's like, motherfucker, like walking out. It was so cool to see.
And what happened to the guy?
I don't know.
Did she kill him?
No, he was just all beaten up, and now they don't live there. Same thing with across the hall. Across the hall, they had a domestic violence thing that I wasn't even here for. My girlfriend was here because she was staying because I was on the road. She was watching the cat, and she was like, "There's a big domestic violence thing." Now she doesn't live here anymore. So either way, anyway, I think that's them right now. I fucking hate them.
Oh my god!
So they come in and they're blasting music, right? They just blast music all day, and it till like 8 p.m. Like it gets really annoying on weekdays. So I don't say anything for the first like 2-3 times, and I'm like, you gotta say something. This is crazy. And I put up a sign that said, it was very respectful. I wanted to say some shit. I wanted to be like, I'll fucking kill you. But I put up a sign that said, please be respectful. You have neighbors. Please turn the music down.
And you put that in the hallway.
I put it in the hallway. I put it on their door. Because I
Oh.
tried to knock and they couldn't hear me. That's how fucking loud that was.
Wow. Okay.
So, and I said, I tried to knock, but you couldn't hear me.
Did you put that it was from you, or did you leave it anonymous?
I left it anonymous.
Okay.
This all has to be anonymous because it's very scary. It's very scary to have like tension with your neighbors.
Alan would say, "Put your name on it." But
yeah, he would. He'd go,
Kidding, no,
tell
go
him it's you.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Get
go
yourself
ahead.
murdered.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so I put that up. Now, I don't know these people. Like, I think, okay, I'm not being a bitch, but I'm not also, I'm not being an asshole about it.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't talked to these people. Who knows? They might not even know, right? Then we get this, there's a note. So I'm sitting here and I'm like watching TV, just trying to listen. And then I hear the door close. I'm like, waiting for him to, and then I can hear him reading it. You know what I mean? I hear the door close and then just silence. And then the door opens. It goes, comes back. He's got tape. He's got duct tape. And he goes, tapes another note to the door. And the note.
To his door.
To right next to his door.
Okay.
To the point where when it was taken off, it ripped
the paint.
And I'll show you where.
Okay.
And it said in like half kind of broken Englishy kind of thing, like like we're allowed to play music from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Those are, which is true. I'm not even saying turn the music off. I was saying turn it down.
Yeah.
Whatever. Maron. Right?
Yeah, malo. Que malo, por favor.
Yeah. So, see.
Do you want me to just go over there and just yell at them?
You know what? I literally just had that thought. I went, maybe we can go over there.
Yeah.
Do. So anyway, okay. But it says, I can play music from 10 to 10. But not only that, it also says, so go put ads. So I'm thinking he thinks an ad is a flyer. Maybe it's the same word, whatever.
Yeah.
So he goes, go write an ad for your mother, for your fucking mother, you son of a bitch.
No.
Yeah.
He heightened it so quickly.
How insane is that?
That's like 1 to 10. You got to bring it up slowly.
There's etiquette.
Yes.
We're neighbors. Like, there's etiquette. Like you want tension with me? You don't know me. Like, I could kill you. I don't know you. You can have a gun.
Cancer and you can't sleep, though.
Yes.
You know?
I could have a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I actually.
That's a better example than cancer.
Yeah. I didn't. I don't think people with cancer have trouble sleeping.
Come on. Cancer and a baby.
Yeah. Okay. I have a cancer baby.
Okay.
He was born in between
Cancer and
June and May at this time. And a Gemini.
Yes.
Which is.
No, he's a Cancer. Get it?
He's a Cancer. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
So. Whatever.
Oh, I get it.
So that's weird. And I go, this is out of my hands. I have to contact the property manager. I got it. Because my superintendent, this guy, George, is for lack of a better word, like a retard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a fucking retard. You know what I mean?
Wait, do you think... Okay, keep going. I have a question.
I tried to do a bit once. Very quickly, I tried to do this bit where I was like, I think the people who are like secretly racist are the best ventriloquists because they're like, there was a guy in my apartment building who was black. You know, like, yes. He was a black guy.
Why did you do that?
Black.
Wait, at this point, do you think that guy knows it was you, or there's a lot of people on the
Well, I'll tell you what. In between, so he's in between me and this other couple who is a very nice couple. It's like this. It's actually really have you ever watched Game of Thrones?
Yes. Are you kidding?
Do you know who's the lady who was like the big lady who was like a knight?
Oh, I loved her. She's so tall. I want to play her.
Yes.
The blonde lady with the short hair.
The blonde lady with the short hair. Yeah. So my other neighbor looks like her and kind of sounds like her too. And then her husband is this like tiny kind of Asian guy.
Yeah.
And it's just a funny combination. But and I'll tell you, she comes Asian guy. So they actually come into the story at some point. But I digress. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Please tell me more because I can't. This is too exciting. Go
yeah.
ahead. So what happened with the sign?
We gotta have a sarcasm meter under people just so I can tell if they're serious or not. This is really exciting. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, okay. So
but also to clarify, he put the note, like ripped it off and did put it on another neighbor's door.
So he put it closer to that neighbor. He didn't put it on the neighbor's door. He put it closer to her.
Okay, so thinking it was Game of Thrones lady.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, which I go, okay, maybe I look like a cool dude.
Brenna.
Yeah, I go,
Brianna.
Brianna Chicken Fry.
Yeah.
You know who that is?
No, but I never, no.
Anyway, so, so
we're talking about 10 different things. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I have a slow gas leak of that comes into the apartment just so that the podcast guests get all giggly. Yeah, you go, things are funny, man. So that happens, and I go, out of my hands. A younger me would have been like, bang, bang, bang. But I was like, I don't know this guy. He could have a gun. I don't really know anything about him. This is incredibly aggressive and unreasonable for the letter that I left.
And he's a new neighbor.
And he's a new neighbor, so he doesn't even give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like this is like a level of I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm a new neighbor. I come in, hi, everybody, how's it going? Go door to door and introduce myself. I have to legally do that because I'm a sexual predator. But still.
Right. Can I go?
So.
Over.
You still have a couple more days. So we're trying to do the longest podcasts.
Please.
So okay, so I'm like, and I email the property manager, this lady Monica, and I go, because George is so you can't really talk to him. He's illiterate.
Okay.
Like the text messages are fucking insane. He'll put in like spaces and you have to decipher it. And so I'm like, can't talk to George. Let me hit up Monica. Because we had a fucking thing where I was taking my ex-girlfriend's name off of the lease. And she was like, and I emailed her and I go, oh, hey, so I got to take blah, blah, blah's name off the lease. And she goes, you can't just do that. You got to da. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So she kept calling me and I'm like, we'll do it. And I'm like, let's do it right now. Like I did everything I had to do. So she was real easy to get to then. But now she's not answering my emails. So I send one email, hey, very nicely, just so you know, I want you to be aware that there was a note that was left that was pretty nice. And then this was the response. It's a little scary, blah, 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 blah. This guy's playing music.
Did you claim ownership of the note in that email?
I did not claim ownership of the note.
Because I heard you say there was a note.
I did not claim it.
Yes, good job.
Good job.
Did you take photos of the notes?
Now, I did not take a photo of the note that I left because I thought it was going to be fair and square. I thought it was just going to be like, okay, he'll see the note, he'll get it. Maybe write a little apology in my world. In whatever fantasy world I'm living in. Where there isn't war and famine and all.
I just figured out the solution.
What?
Put a deported, he's getting deported note under the door.
Look, you're getting ahead of yourself here. You are getting ahead of yourself here. Not to spoil anything or make it seem like it's getting there, but that comes into play too. In a way.
Okay.
So I email whatever, and then nothing happens. I don't hear anything. They're blasting music again. What? And I go, Jesus Christ, I don't know what to do. Now, 2 nights ago, they are having a party. Like, I get home at 10, and they're having a party. Like, blasting music. They're going, hey. And this is, I have video of it. So I took a picture of the note.
Please.
But I also, now I have video of this. This was at 1:50 a.m. Yo, you're enjoying it. What party is this?
Is that a song or people screaming inside? That's screaming. They're humans.
Screaming.
They're humans.
This is at 1:50
That's not a song.
in the fucking morning on a Monday. So I bang, bang, bang. I have a little baseball bat from a Yankees game or something that they give you. And these walls.
You mean those little ones that are like this?
Yeah. And I sleep next to it because I don't have a gun or anything. So I figure if anybody comes in, I'll fucking.
Yeah.
But these walls are very, you can't hear it. So I go into the closet where the wall is, and I've banged on walls before. I've called cops. I've banged on walls.
You're a wall banger.
By the way, I called the cops too. So, anyway, this wasn't at 1:50. This was around 11 o'clock. So I grab the bat. I go in the closet. I bang on the fucking thing. I go boom, 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 boom. And that I know they're hearing because I can hear when you can get through to the other side. Like this, I know you can't. But in there, bang, 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 bang. So, and I hear them all, they're talking about it now. So then, a couple minutes later, somebody comes to my door, the guy who lives there. And he goes, you bang on the door? And I go, I'm like so fucking livid, but I'm trying to catch more honey with vinegar or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, man. I go, this is way past 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I go, you guys are having a party. You have to get everybody out and turn it off. And he goes, hey, can we turn down, down. And I go, off. I'm like, off. Get it off. You know, like, everybody's got to go. This is insane. And he goes, get
I
this.
would be so scared. Anyway, go ahead.
It's scary. And he's younger than me, it looks like. He's like a
Okay.
younger guy, which is what I'm also kind of like. This guy's a psycho, and he's also young, so he's stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so I say all that, and he goes, I'm like, it's Monday. And he goes, yes, Monday, yes. Like, he's not understanding me at all. And I go, and then he goes like this. He goes, what he was trying to say was, we smell weed. You know what I mean? He was trying to go, hey, I smell, you know, me
in your place.
Me and my wife, we smell weed in the hallway all the time. And he's trying to threaten me.
Right.
But he can't say it. So he's saying, we smoke weed in the hallway, in the apartment. And I'm getting what he's saying, but I'm not going to admit that it's me at this point.
Who cares? It's legal. Like, what the fuck?
It's legal, and if you smell like weed, I have this problem with hotels sometimes where they try to be like, well, we got to do a $250 cleaning fee. And I go, why? Because I smoked outside and now my clothes are in here. Like, you like, whatever, but they got policies. But this, it's like, it's not illegal. And also, it doesn't bother you. You can't not sleep because of it.
Right.
Right? So I'm going like, but I'm not admitting it. I'm taking his words and I'm like being confused. I know what he's trying to say, but I'm going, you guys smoke weed? And he goes, yes. And I go, you're smoking weed right now in there. And he's like, yes. And I'm like, you're smoking weed. And then he goes, no, I don't speak English that well. And I go, the music down. So I'm doing that. I sleep. Music
It's the best game
down.
of charades ever.
I know it's the most. It really is the worst game of charades because I'm fucking angry as shit.
And is he getting this, or is he playing like he doesn't?
Well, he goes, yeah. I mean, it was brought to my attention that maybe he was faking it, but I don't believe that. So he was going. So we're not. I'm going music down, sleep down. He goes. He's like. Okay. And then it still went on longer. It went on till 3 a.m. And I really wanted to. I told my neighbor, the lady from Game of Thrones, and she was like, "Oh, well, yeah." She's like, "I heard that too." So it's good to have somebody.
Does she care? She doesn't
care as much as I do.
Yeah.
Because it's right there. I'm like, it's booming. Please, someone care.
What about the people? Can you get the people upstairs or downstairs to get on your side?
Maybe. I might ask them. I might ask them if they hear it or it might just be me. But anyway, so the deportation thing, I go, they're really testing because I called the cops.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is an emergency. Call 311. And I go, okay. So I called.
You called 911?
I called 911.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
I thought you meant you called like the regular police line, the non-emergency number.
No, I didn't know there was a non-emergency
like,
number.
The local cops.
311?
I love that you
I
call
311. Get them out. You got to Cabo
God.
Regional. You got to Cabo Regional.
911. I can't sleep.
It's so loud. I've done that before.
Did that make you more mad though that they're like, this isn't an emergency, you have to call somebody else? If you were already
there
pissed?
was a part of me that was more mad, but there was also a part of me that I was scared to call the cops because I was like, I don't know these guys. You know what I mean? Like, they might be like. They might spray paint like snitch on my fucking door or some shit.
Yeah,
I'm afraid of that.
I know. Or they have a knife or a gun.
Or they might have a gun. They might have a gun. And now I'm bringing police into this, like, whatever. So I called
ICE.
Well,
I'll
tell you what I've been thinking about because I called 311 and and they were like, is this a noise complaint? I go, yes. And then I talked to some fucking schmo that's like, hi, welcome to the noise complaint department. How can I help? Like the guy who's answering the phone calls at the noise complaint in New York City. I mean, Jesus Christ. I was surprised I didn't hear him doing blow. Being like, hello, yeah, another one? Okay. So he goes, yes, hello, noise complaint. And I go, I'd like to make a noise complaint. My neighbors, they're up and they're having a party and it's past 10 o'clock.
And I wasn't invited.
They said no Brendans, but I know there's a Brendan in there. And the guy does the Simpsons joke where he's like, well, the sign says no Brendans. They're allowed to have one. It's a Simpsons joke.
Love Simpsons.
They're
Go
the
ahead.
best. Anyway, so the guy goes, okay, where is it? What is it? He writes it down. He goes, the cops will come within 8 hours, and if they don't hear anything, they're gonna leave. So I was like, okay. So that was around midnight. So it went on till 3. So there was a part of me. I was laying in my bed and I'm looking out the window to see if I'll see flashing lights, and it just never came. And then I passed out. And I was like, they definitely never came. Whatever. But there's a part of me that's like, this is where I'm saying it's testing my liberalness, where I'm like, get them the fuck out, even if like they're not illegal. They could very much be legal. I want to give him a headache.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because what Trump's not going like, he's not having his people being like, are you illegal? Or let me check. Okay, never mind. Here you go. They're going, get in the fucking van and we're keeping you for a couple of months. And whatever. So I'm going like, don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't call that. Then I call my mom and I'm bitching about it to her. And she goes,
did you tell her that she was on the letter? She was on the flyer?
Of what? Oh, yeah. I go, they said, fuck you too, Mom. She goes, I'll be right there. I go, she goes, put me on speaker.
In Spanish.
Yeah. Hola. So anyway, my mom made that suggestion too. She goes, maybe we should just call ICE, huh? So we're laughing about it on the phone going, yeah. I go, oh, they're testing my liberalness. Da, da, da. And to cap the whole story off, this is where it has ended currently. I went out and I did so every year my family humiliates me and makes me do a Easter egg hunt for Easter. And
just by yourself? That'd be so hilarious.
It's me and my sister, who's older than me, doing an egg hunt. And no one but me seems to have a problem with it. I'm like, this is humiliating. This is like, I feel like I'm doing a humiliation ritual to become famous or something.
I would love to do that. If you don't want to do it, invite me. I'm very competitive.
Everybody says that, right? Until you lose. I lost. I was too preoccupied. I lost the egg hunt.
How many eggs?
It's 24.
Jesus, that's a long
24 eggs. And usually me and my sister somehow get every year we kind of get right in the middle.
Yeah.
But my dad does this thing where different colored eggs have different amounts. So he puts little money in it and stuff. So a blue egg will have $1.
How fun is your family? That's so fun.
It's all phony. They're
complaining about free money.
I know. I'm such an asshole.
I know. Tell Alan about it.
Right. But
Anyway.
also I think it had something to do with the fucking people right there. So I'm like, oh God. And also, having my own problems with my parents and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, whatever. But I'm talking to my mom. We're laughing. We're just laughing on the phone about calling ICE. She hates Trump more than I do. She's like, this fucking guy. My mom got banned from Twitter for saying that they should put fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene's head on a pike. Or something like
Brilliant.
that.
What a great mom.
Yeah.
What a role model.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah. So, I'll tell you where she falls flat.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Besides her chest.
I was going to say hugging, and you're like talking about her tits.
So, this is where it all ends. This story's gone on too long.
Wow.
I'm sorry. But, so we do the egg hunt, and then we go out to Chinese food after, right?
Uh-huh.
And my sister is like incredibly liberal. Like she's alt liberal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jokes are not funny to her in that way.
Yeah.
So I tell her, my sister goes, I heard you got a problem with your neighbor. And I go, yeah, fucking blah, blah, blah. Tell her the whole story. And then my mom goes, yeah, we're thinking about calling ICE on them, thinking she'll jump in on the joke.
Yeah.
And my sister goes, oh, so you're going to be a Nazi? And I go, no, it's a joke. I'm not even going like, there's a part of me that wants to go, hey, I'm the one that's important here. Not these random people who disrespected me that you don't know, but I'm going, oh, it's just a joke. Right, I'm going, Mom, tell her it's a joke. My mom's going, you don't fuck with the Sagalows. You don't fuck with us. We'll call ICE on you. And I go, Mom, you're not making it. And then my sister's over here going, but you're going to get, what, you say you guys are Nazis now? So that's how that whole thing ended. Just everything about my life is a nightmare.
Isn't it funny how you have to be on one extreme or the other? You can't just be in the gray.
It's yeah, you know what the gray is? Just me. It's me. I hate I don't hate, but I understand the anger towards certain grays. We'll call them grays.
The grays.
The grays.
The gray is the
Because-
right place to be, though. But yeah.
Yeah, there is kind of a right place to be, but I also understand, like, if there's something that's going on that seems like, you know, if like there should be a little anger towards it in a way, you know, like if like with that guy who got taken from his family, and then even Congress was like, you have to return him.
Oh my God, I feel bad for that guy.
You got to return him, and they're like, nah, I don't think we are. We're gonna keep him forever. You know, we're gonna keep him forever, and we're gonna take more people too.
Yeah, they are.
They really are.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a part of me that if I hear somebody go like, you know, politics, I hate talking about politics. I'm like, how far is that going to go before you're in a fucking shower with gas coming out going like, you know, I don't really like getting into it. And then you fall and you land in a
Yes.
pile of bodies. There is a part of me that's like, can you have a little bit of passion for something? You know, you don't have to be so nihilistic.
It's a sad world. I don't even know where to go from here. Back to the Amazon packages.
I know. I don't know. I don't know how it got here, but the anger that they give me, it comes. It's my aura right now,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to play it cool.
You're not doing bad. Like, that's pretty good. I want more signs, though.
It's so scary. I know.
Yeah.
I would love more signs. I should have just. I was thinking. I actually wrote a sign. And it was like one of those things where you're like, just write a letter and then burn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wrote like, I tried to be nice about this. I literally said, I tried to be nice about this. Next time I'm calling the cops or ICE or something like that, I said. But I was like, that's a little fucking crazy.
Well, you don't know now when someone is going to pull out a gun.
Exactly.
They're going to, like, it's scary. Even the Amazon lady that came 20 minutes, I saw the video 20 minutes after it happened. So I was
Mhm.
very close. I could have seen it.
Yeah. But she
Like-
could have like monkey and threw shit at you or something.
She could have
like
done
that.
something.
Even
But if I had
like-
opened the door, I feel like I could have taken this bitch.
Yeah, but you
Because
don't
she
know.
was little.
She probably smelled.
She probably
too.
smelled, but she had my trampoline, and I feel like
Yeah.
her arms were busy with the box.
Yeah. I got porch pirated once. It's,
Yeah.
it's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
You want to put them in a headlock
Yeah.
and just like, you know, make them pass the fuck out or whatever.
I want to put signs that say like you're on camera.
Yeah. You should.
But I put one that said, you know, please, it's the passive way. Alan would not be happy, but
Right.
it just says please ring doorbell for packages,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
works now. Everyone rings the door for everything.
Well, that's what it should be. You're
Yeah.
like, now we have to, you know, we have to be more careful instead of getting to the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Which is the same exact thing, which is why I hate, you know, I'm becoming this sounds another alt-right little talking point here, is the reason the shampoos are behind the glass.
Oh, that really pisses me off.
I hate it. I hate
because they're
it.
making it our problem now instead of their problem. Have
Yeah.
better security. Now
Have
we
better
have to
security.
be
Yeah.
the ones that go,
Why do we have to suffer
Yeah.
for
that
other
really
people
pisses
being
me off.
complete assholes? Yeah, and then you call the button and the lady that comes is never it's never like an apologetic. I would like
No.
somebody to turn into your aisle and go, I'm so sorry. I know this sucks. Anything else you want? I can open up any of these. Have you ever been in a situation where you're in an aisle and you need something from this glass and that glass over there,
Yes.
and you go, I'm not going to make you open up all these. Let me just get
But
that.
do
and I'll
it.
come back later.
No, fuck them. Also, like, I want to look at the bottles and
Yeah.
see which one I like best.
Yes. Yeah.
And they're like, are you done? Like,
well, I
I'm like,
use-
no, I want to stare
Yeah,
at
and
this
they're
for
like,
3 minutes.
Yes.
And pick the different ones, look at the sizes.
You go, I have an app. There's an app
Yeah.
that I have now that you can, and it works for shampoo and body wash and food, is you can scan the barcode. It's called like Yuko or something. And you can scan the barcode and it'll tell you how good it is for you. So you can do that with body wash and shampoo, and they'll be like, oh, this doesn't use any fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
And you can't do that when shit's behind the fucking
Right.
thing. You have to be like, yeah, I'll take that, because they're so pissed to be in the aisle with you. Every time they turn the corner, they're like, it's like sad. They're like pissed at you.
But isn't that the point where you just go, God, I'm so glad what I do. I like what I do. Because they just, I try to have empathy and just go,
Yes.
okay, they hate their job.
Yeah.
I'm lucky they hate their job, you know?
Right.
But like,
it's getting harder and harder for me to have empathy because I don't know. They'd quit, I guess. But what if they can't? What if they need the job? I don't know.
What about ChatGPT? Like I use that for everything now.
Okay.
It's so
I love ChatGPT.
I feel like I'm dating ChatGPT. Like I use it literally
I use it for
everything.
workouts when I fucking go.
But
you can use it
I'll
for
be
a
like,
workout.
is kimchi good for you? Is this good for you?
They'll
Like,
tell you that?
oh yeah,
I wonder.
everything.
Oh man, that's scary because when big businesses start owning ChatGPT, you're gonna be like,
Oh
"Is
yeah.
Burger King good for you?" Yes, it is. You should have it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use it for working out. I'll go like, write me a arm workout today that I can do at a New York sports club, and they're like, "This is an arm workout that can definitely be done in a New York sports club. It'll take 70 minutes." Ring. But
And then does it tell you like that's a really good idea, Brendan?
No, I wish they should.
Mine is
they
really
should.
sweet. Like really
What?
a people pleasing ChatGPT. Yes.
I don't pay attention to any of that. It's like
No.
when I'm texting people and I'm just like, just get to the fucking point.
Yeah.
I don't want to do any of these, don't compliment me, right?
I'm gonna text you compliments just to see what you do.
I'll go, thanks, smiley face.
Mhm.
And then eventually be like,
Oh. So are you scared to walk the halls now?
yes,
You are.
I am scared I'm not scared. I'm just like, your home is where you go to relax. And I feel this tension. Like if they do this again, if I hear music coming from them again, it's going to be a real fucking issue. Like it's going to be like, I'm going to have to fucking deal with it. And I don't want to have to talk to these assholes. I don't want anything to do with them. You know what I mean? I just want to live. Can I live? That wasn't even the right song. Can I live? Yeah, so I don't know what to do. And I have to and also so I'm either I have to talk to them or I have to be okay with dying. You know what I mean? Cuz if you're okay with being killed,
yeah.
that kind of stops you. I mean, it doesn't stop you from talking your shit, I think.
Well, are you
if you're
afraid?
like, do what you want to do. I'm
Like-
afraid that somebody is gonna lose their mind and like send me a message in some way. Like I feel like I'm gonna I'm gonna come home and my shit's gonna be all fucked up and like they're gonna somehow have broken in and killed my cat or something.
It would just suck to die because of loud music, you know?
You died the way I lived. I think that's very punk rock to die by loud music.
If I see this in the news in the next few weeks,
Local
I'm gonna
nobody
know.
shot in the head for complaining. I know, but that's the shit. It's like, that's why the news fucking sucks too, because we can't continuously like read this shit that's like, it's just so scary. Everything's so scary now. You know, and videos. I really sound like someone who has no idea what he's talking about. And videos.
You know, reels. You know, it's hard though. As I hate to say this, but as a woman, like if I was in your situation and these two Mexicans were next door with really loud music, I'd have to just ignore it because I just fear. I've seen too many Law and Orders where they come in and rape. I don't want to get raped.
All right, I'm gonna follow you around all day, and I'm gonna go boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
and see what you do.
But it's one thing if it's on the street, but then they know where you live.
I know. And
It's
you know what also
scary.
sucks is like and you know what kept me up really? Because I'm in there, I got the air conditioner on, I took a melatonin, I can pass out.
Yeah.
The air conditioner's kind of like blocking out. You hear a little bit of it. It's the disrespect. We talked. I told you I have to sleep. I told you that this is annoying.
Right.
I wish I knew how to speak Spanish. But that, to me, makes me go, I'm not supposed to be speaking Spanish.
I wonder if like we
I'm an
wrote him a
American.
letter in Spanish.
Hola. Maybe.
Hola. ¿Para la música? ¿O voy a llamar a la policía?
What does that say?
Stop the music or I'm going to call the cops.
Great.
Something about I know your mother
Great.
too.
Whoa.
Stop talking about
And
my
I
Stop talking
do
mother.
about my
smoke
mother.
weed. What of it?
And I do, and E-I-E-O. Hold on. E-O.
Fumar.
Mota.
Fumo.
That's actually better if we put it in your Spanish.
Yeah.
Right? Like make it really like just so
So he's like, I have no idea what this guy's saying. He's like, and he barely speaks Spanish.
Yeah, and then you could be like, well,
He's
that's what your
complaining.
English is, you fucking little shit.
Yeah. Maybe I should just have him on the fucking podcast. And you know what I can do? I can do shit like this. Go to Translate. I have a little Translate app. And I go, English, fuck you. Right? I knock on his door. He answers the door. Go to Spanish here. I was doing French. I just like hearing what things in French sound like. But I go, hey buddy, check this out.
Que te jodan.
She says it so nicely. Que te jodan.
Que te jodan. Que te
Yeah.
jodan. Yeah, so, motherfucker. Do you have the translation app? God damn it.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
For which language?
All of them. It has all of them.
No, I don't use it. I mean, I should maybe. I just use Google Translate.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Except it takes a while to like get them to like 1 sec. Blah 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 blah. That's what I should have done. But I literally answered the door with my bat in my hand.
yeah.
But I was doing it like I opened the door and I creaked it. He couldn't see my other hand, and I was holding the bat. So I don't know how far. I don't know where this is gonna go. But you know, what are you gonna do?
You're related to a bunch of lawyers. I feel like you could probably the move would probably be to find some type of housing law that can make your landlord or property
Well, the
manager
minute I
actually
told my
care.
parents, they were like, "That's an obstruction of hubris. That's an obstruction of living or something like that." There is a law. They're like, you can. My dad was like, go to the manager's office a couple times, complain about it, and then at one point nicely threaten to withhold rent if it keeps happening.
Ooh, I like that.
You have to go, guys. You know what I'm going to have to do here. I don't want to make any trouble for you, but this is crazy. It's an obstruction of living here.
I like that better because then you don't put it on them.
Exactly.
Because the fact that he went from, like you went from, can you kindly turn your music down, to I want to fuck your mother or whatever he said.
Yeah.
Worries me a little bit about your safety.
Yeah.
Like, even if they left because they got kicked out,
Yeah.
their people are going to come after you.
Well, hearing that doesn't make me feel any better, but what are you going to do?
So, no, but I'm saying, but if you take it on to the supervisor and say, I can't pay rent anymore if I'm going to be living like this, then I think that's better.
Problem is, here's my problem with not paying rent. If I don't pay it, I will spend it. And they're not just going to let months go by.
Right.
You know what I mean? Every time, like I dated a girl who was like, we were withholding rent for like 6 months. And I was like, don't they want that money? And she was like, yeah. And then she got kicked out. And it's like, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Let me pay my rent. I am so down to pay rent.
Yeah.
By the way, I was talking to this George guy, my landlord,
Mm-hmm.
my super, and I told him everything, and he writes back and he said, like, he basically tried to say, I talked to him and he apologized. And I was like, no, this isn't good enough. It's past apologies. Like, it was, but I digress. Look, this story has gone on too long. And it's bringing out the worst in me. How'd you get started in comedy? Well, that was the show, everybody. I know that this is pretty abrupt ending, but we're figuring some things out. So, the rest of this conversation is up on Patreon. Patreon.com/SagDaddyDaPod. So go check that out. Thank you guys for listening. Go check out Carmen Lynch. Very funny. And we'll see you next time on Sagdaddy the Pod.
The Rap Jack Black and Sagdaddy, I'm back at it with a fantastic podcast for your asses. Yapping in a trap like a rescue cat, and the rescued up like they're waiting on the Batman. You tuned into the dude who threw booze back, blacked out, woke up drunk, covered in bruises. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, an odd fellow, the great white chubby, I'm becoming a marshmallow. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, so sit back and relax, cause like a broken arm, I got a cast now. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, you made a good choice, so enjoy, don't be annoyed, now here's my dumb voice. So recognizable, ski master, unreliable, diary of a guy who's higher than a freaking diving board. I'm tired, call me biting you as lame, cause you align with your wardrobe. Give that back, you ain't that guy, bro. Kaleidoscope stripping, goddamn, I'm tripping. Sipping shroom tea, looking at a blank television. Got a girl here gripping, thinking we'll do some business, but that's the last thing that I want.
Seriously.
Big dog, I'm on shirts now. Still scared that my house is gonna burn down. I'm a rare card, an old Charizard. Getting BJ's on a bench of a promenade. Don't know what to do, I got a lot of problems. Lot of emotional truths, I menage them. I'm getting robbed every time I get a coffee. Cause $6 is just too much.
Keep it on the low. We can keep it on the low. We can keep it on the low. But all you do is wrong.
Dream team, me and Galene and the 4 Beatles. Kidnapping whores illegally, pumping them full with needles. Eating Chinese till Steven asks us to order a pizza. Walk to run to get it, I can't do either. It's Sagdaddy the pod, don't think twice. Just bob your head, dealing your chicken with no rice. It's Sagdaddy the pod, and on God I won't stop. Unless I wanna, that's kinda the deal, huh? It's Sagdaddy the pod, no need to deviate. Your ears are not the only holes that I'm about to penetrate. It's Sagdaddy the pod, so thanks for tuning in. Truman Show flow, if I don't see you, you can suck my dick.